My very first book with Tony Dungy, we had told the publisher we could be done in 30 days. And so I headed off to the mountains in North Carolina, and the night before I left, in order to be isolated and have time to write this book, I was saying goodbye to my 8-year-old daughter. She was crying, "Why do you have to go?" I explained it to her, and she said, "So in order to help other people be better parents, you've got to move out of our house for 30 days? And that was a good moment for me to recognize what it meant to be a dad. I'm Nathan Whitaker. I am a husband, a father of 2 daughters, and now for the last 15 years I've been a professional writer and speaker. I was on a path where I thought I was going to be a general manager in the NFL. I'd worked for the Jaguars, I'd worked for the Bucks, and then that 2 years after Tony Dungy was fired by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I was let go and was struggling with what to do next, and realized that writing Tony's story maybe was what God had in mind for me. So over a 3-year period, talked Tony into it, and then from there on, I've been writing books ever since. One of the things that feels unique to being a writer, but actually I think that's something a lot of people deal with, is this thought that we're all imposters, that anybody could step in and do my job, that I'm really not called for what I'm actually called to do. And I have to remind myself that that's really not the voice I need to listen to, that actually there are people who support me, that over and over I've seen that God's hand is in this career, in this path I've taken. And so I have to remind myself that I'm actually called to do this. I've been really lucky to have worked on autobiographies with some really high quality people, Tony Dungy, James Brown, Tim Tebow, and then also delved into a couple of other books, a leadership book, teamwork book, mentoring book. And through all of those, in talking through ideas, ways they live their lives, ways in which I come at leadership, ways in which they bring other ideas about leadership, it's fleshed out parts of my faith and parts of my ability to think through problems, whether it's as a husband or a father, kind of the way that they do at times. And that's been really helpful for my growth. So to go from being salaried to unemployed and then passing on chances to be salaried again, instead to write books and do this all speculatively, my family's been a huge help. My parents, my wife, my children have all been really, really supportive and have been behind me. In fact, my wife told me I could write books because she had read my letters when we were dating each other long distance. And so then to be able to turn around and actually have some success, some worldly success, but at the same time feel like I'm playing a role of significance with people. And then I'm able to support my family, but I'm also able to impact lives and do that in a way that honors God and hopefully honors what my family has put behind me, has been really satisfying.